Everybody has dreams, plans, and goals. It's part of being human. But the exciting part is implementing and executing on those dreams, plans, and goals. Yet, very few people turn their plans into reality. Instead, we get distracted, or we dabble and dawdle, or we try to do too many things and we become deluded and diffused. In this video, I want to give you a simple 4-step process that will enable you to get anything done. Whether you want to start a new business, knock out writing that performance review, or simply declutter and organize your garage. This 4-step process is sound, practical, and inspiring. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Del Gilbert, and this is another Accelerating Excellence Insight. My goal is to help you thrive personally and succeed professionally. The first step in the 4-step process of getting anything done is to decide. You don't drift into getting stuff done, you decide. One of Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is to begin with the end in mind. So determine exactly what you want to accomplish in the time allotted for the task. If it's a big project, take it step by step, but still get crystal clear on what you want to accomplish in the next step. For example, I am in the middle of creating my next online course, Hire Smart. So at the beginning of the day yesterday, I decided I would film 3 lessons. That's very concrete. It's specific, not vague. If you're vague and abstract about the work set before you, you'll be unmotivated. With clarity comes power. But deciding is not enough. There are a lot of people who decided to work out yesterday and didn't do it. You can sit in your recliner and decide on something. There's an old riddle that goes like this. 3 frogs are sitting on a log. One decides to jump off. How many are left? The answer is 3. It's one thing to decide, it's another thing to do. Step 2 in getting anything done is what I call discipline. This is where you move from inaction to action. Remember Newton's law of physics? Things at rest tend to stay at rest, and things in motion tend to stay in motion. Quite frankly, this is the hardest step. Transitioning into the work is the hard part, not the work itself. So, by discipline, I mean getting your tail end to where it needs to be to do the work. If you're writing a performance review, creating a marketing plan, or writing a chapter of a book, discipline means getting your tail end into the chair. If it's working out, discipline is getting your body on the treadmill or the exercise bike or in the gym. If it's practicing an instrument, it's moving from where you are, probably a comfortable place, to your studio or the place you practice. The key is to not let your feelings rule you. As my daughter once said, if people waited until they felt like doing something, nothing would ever get done. Instead of waiting to feel like taking action, act your way into feeling. Remember this, motion creates emotion. Once you start working, you almost always pick up momentum and get into flow. The 3rd step in getting anything done is what I call focus. Once you are where you need to be, give the work your full concentration and energy. No email, no social media, no distractions. Work with intensity. Be as single-minded as a buzzsaw. Light diffused isn't very powerful, but light focus becomes a laser and can cut through steel. Bruce Lee once said, "The successful person is the average person focused." I once saw a guy at the gym on a weight machine doing arm curls with one hand while he was literally texting with the other hand. He wasn't even scrolling, he was texting. That is what I call divided attention. Instead, as Teddy Roosevelt would say, work with blistering intensity. Don't break stride. Be fully engaged, completely absorbed, and totally focused while you work. The fourth step in getting anything done is what I call the result. Do your work through to completion, whatever it is at the task at hand. Yesterday, I needed to do several retakes while I was filming my course, but having the goal of completing 3 lessons helped me push through it. Many people are great starters, but there are few finishers. Be a closer. Ship it. Get the ball in the end zone. Bring your work to completion. Now, Parkinson's law says that work expands to the time allotted. So set a deadline and then work with a sense of urgency. It's amazing what a deadline will do. And aim for progress and excellence, not perfection. So, those are the 4 steps of getting anything done. Decide, discipline, focus, and result. Now, nobody can do this kind of work for 10 hours a day, but we could and should do this work a lot more often. We work best when we're on a mission. Imagine if you did this kind of work for just 2 or 3 hours a day. I'm convinced you would be absolutely amazed at the amount of work you got done. And rather than having a feeling of emptiness from scrolling through social media or doing trivial work, I'm convinced you'll feel more fulfilled and more energized to get even more great work done. I'm Del Gilbert, and this is another Accelerating Excellence Insight.